Hey everyone, this is Roll with Paternity University. And in this quick video, I'm going to talk about entrepreneur versus intrapreneur. I used to think that everybody could be an entrepreneur. A few years ago, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago or so, I would talk to my friends and try to encourage them to start their own company based off the talents that I saw in them. In a sense, I guess I might have been projecting um, to see everybody's greatness or whatnot because I wanted to be an entrepreneur. But of course, that's not everyone's path. However, over the past few years, I learned about what an intrapreneur is as opposed to an entrepreneur. And I'm going to share my screen in a second to show you the actual definition. But there's some things that you may have to consider. If you're watching this video, you're interested in becoming an entrepreneur, but maybe entrepreneurship may not be right for you, or vice versa. Maybe you've tried to create things within the company that you're working for as an entrepreneur. Maybe you didn't know that you were doing that, but maybe the company really wasn't working with you and now you want to strike out on your own. So, briefly, I'm going to show the definition of an entrepreneur versus an entrepreneur. So, as you can see here, an entrepreneur works within an established company to develop new ideas, products, or processes, while an entrepreneur starts a new business from scratch, directly from scratch. Okay. So, there's a big difference between the two. The major difference is risk. The major difference is risk. So, if you're an intrapreneur, intra meaning within, from within, you are adding new processes, you're thinking of new products, new services within a company that you work for. And of course, the major caveat to that is if the company you work for actually appreciates the work you do. I mean, that's a major caveat number one. So let's assume that you may be working within a company that would take your ideas or a team's ideas and make it happen. There are so many things, especially within startups, that startups may want that. Google and Facebook, Gmail was an entrepreneurial product. They didn't, Google didn't go buy an existing email service. It was built from within, from a group of entrepreneurial engineers. So the biggest difference is risk. Now, if you're working for a company and they're actually completely fine with you creating new things and you might get a bonus from it, go for it. I mean, yes, in a sense, if you still want to scratch that entrepreneurial risk itch, excuse me, then go for it. Go ahead and start your own company. But if you don't really want to take the risk, but you still like creating and you work within a company that respects your ideas, do the entrepreneur thing. I have a friend, for example, who works in the HR industry. Now he works for like an HR startup. And I would always tell him years I would get frustrated with him if he's watching this, he knows exactly who I am, or who I'm that I'm talking about him. But I would get frustrated with him years ago, be like, dude, you could start your own consulting company, you could do this, you could do that. That wasn't really his steez. That wasn't really his thing. But he found it to where within the company, he finally started working for a company that within it, he was able to create new processes, new ways to hire interns, new ways to do things, and he's appreciated and gets promoted from within that company. And that works perfectly for him. He still has the security of a paycheck, of benefits, of health insurance, etc., for his family, and that works for him. That's perfectly fine. Now, if you want to forego all that and you're like, you know what? No, I want to strike out on my own completely, then entrepreneurship is more for you. Now, with entrepreneurship, you're taking that risk. You're taking your own money, your own capital, your own time, or maybe other people's money, other people's capital, and investing that to build something on your own. And with entrepreneurship, it's like this. There it is highs and lows, ebbs and flows, wave tops and troughs. All right. And it goes up and down. But if that is the type of person that you want to be, if that's the type of thing that you want to build, well, entrepreneurship is for you. So those are just my thoughts on it. Just from my observances, being a full-time entrepreneur for 18 months, and then, of course, having more entrepreneurial friends who create things from within companies and comparing the two. Let me know what you think. Are you more of the entrepreneur type, or would you rather be an entrepreneur? Like I said, of course, with the caveat, you're working for a company who cares what you want to offer and what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you all so much. You can get the free checklist to starting a paternity testing business at my website, paternityuniversity.com, or you can also grab the 4 ebook bundle Right now it's 19 bucks. Super chill, super easy to get. Fraternityuniversity.com. Thank you all so much. And until next time, peace.